Hello, it's Hyson Vanderpool once again with the 4% Group, coming to you with more tips and thoughts about what we need to do to design that great life that we deserve for ourselves. Okay, so we have spoken about focus and we talked about identifying what we need to focus on to help us along this road. We talked about habits, and this is the third part of the three-part mini series that I put together to talk about habits. First, we spoke about identifying those habits that you want to get rid of, the bad habits. Identify them. If you did the homework, then you know what I'm talking about. Make a list, a page, two sides, one side good habits, the other side bad habits. The bad habits are the ones that you don't want in your life anymore. You want to get rid of them. The good ones are the ones that you want to still to step inside of. You want to live inside of those habits. So if you have your paperwork, you would have had those two lists already done. Did you do it? Hopefully you did. Okay, and next thing I asked you to do was to prioritize them. So number one, what you think is the most important thing that you really want to achieve. Two, three, four, going down the list. All right, so you would have had that list. It's all done. You have the two lists together and you have it numbered so you know what is the first thing you're going to tackle. Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. You're not going to try to do all of them at the same time because that is setting yourself up for failure. You don't want to do that. So, what I'm suggesting is you identify it in order of priority, or maybe you can take a high priority one and a low priority one, do them together, and you make a decision that you're going to just start replacing a bad habit with a good one. For example, if one of your habits is that you look at TV too much, you find you just sit and just binge watch on TV, and you really feel you want to stop doing that. And one of your good habits is you need to spend a little more time reaching out to friends and family. So, how about when you feel that need to binge watch, you decided, okay, I'm going to spend that time making a few phone calls. My sister, who I hadn't called for a long time, my grandmother, my aunt, whoever it is, a friend that I hadn't called for a long time, instead of watching TV all this time, I'm going to spend some of that time with a good habit, which is calling some friends. Okay? If you snack too much, rather than snacking, maybe what we can do here is probably not so much cut out snacking as look at what you snack on. If you know you're guilty of snacking on unhealthy stuff, make a change and eat healthy stuff. So you want to eat a piece of chocolate? No. How about you munch on a carrot instead? Carrots are rather tasty, you can try it. So exchange a bad habit for a good one. So that in that way you're killing two birds with one stone, and you're distracting yourself from the bad habit. Make it difficult to do the bad one because you are focused on doing the good one. Another way to make it difficult to do the bad one is, for example, going back to eating. Don't buy the stuff. Don't buy the things that you don't want to eat because if they're in the house, you're going to eat it. I know I can tell you from experience. Do not buy the things that you don't want to eat. So you make it harder to do the bad things because it's just not available. Okay? So that makes it easier for you to stay on course and to maintain the focus that you need to help you to do what you need to do. Another thing, sometimes we have people in our lives who don't serve us. They don't help us. I mean, they will know that you don't want to eat certain things, and they'll practically taunt you with it. Here, take another piece of cake. That piece is too small. And they know that you're trying to cut back. Maybe we need to stay away from those people. Choose our friends more wisely, or limit the amount of time that we spend in the company of people who don't promote us or uplift us in things that we want to do. That might be a tough thing to do, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And if the people that you hang around don't serve you in terms of what you want to achieve for your life, maybe don't cut them loose, but lessen the time that you spend with them. So those are just some things that you can do. As I said, take a good habit and replace the bad one. So you're not living in a void, but you're just replacing a good one. Sorry, replacing a bad one with a good one. We talked about reading earlier when in an earlier video I spoke about reading. Again, to go back to the TV example, read instead of watching TV. Read, and I'm not saying to cut out TV totally, but maybe cut down on the amount that you look at and replace it with an activity that will help promote you, push you forward in terms of developing the kind of habits that you want to design that great life that you want for yourself. So I hope that this is helpful in terms of keeping you focused on those tips on your and helping you to keep maintain your commitment to living the life that you want to design for yourself. Let's continue working on this and maintain our focus on designing a great life, making the rest of our life the best of our lives. So I'll see you again on the next video where we talk a little bit more about how you can help yourself to maintain the good habits that you're starting. So until next time, bye-bye. Hi, this is Banapul once more signing out.